Hello guys, welcome to Cartooning with Paul. I of course am Paul, and today I'm going to show you how to draw Jafar from Disney's Aladdin. So come on, let's get started. Alright guys, anybody that knows me knows that usually one of my favorite characters from a Disney film are the villains. They're the ones that are able to have fun with their personalities. They usually have a better song. And, well, I haven't done Jafar yet. Somebody called me out on it recently, so I'm going to take care of Jafar right away. So, let's dive into Jafar. Okay. So now when drawing Jafar, you gotta keep the head shape kind of small. His costume is very, very large. And very flamboyant, so you need to make sure that the character has plenty of room to grow. Alright, so when I start the head of Jafar, I've got this circle here, and then I've got this like diamond shape this way. You want to make sure that it's nice and wide down here. The bottom of the diamond is a little shallow so that you can go deep into the head shape. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna throw his eye line in right there, and his turban will be about that big. Alright, so the pose I'm using today comes straight from Andreas Deja's model sheets. So we've got this very curvy shoulder line. I'm gonna dip right in for his torso, and I'm gonna just bring down those lines just like that. You see how loose I'm going here? With Jafar, as long as you know what kind of a pose you're going for, just go for it. His character is very, very expressive, and you can just go crazy. But here, let's see. I want the hand there. So we got that in there like that. His shoulder will go here, and yeah, he'll be holding his snake staff just like that. Okay, so now the snake. I'll worry about the snake staff later. Let's throw in some detail here. All right, so the thing about Jafar, when designing him, Andreas Deja was going for a really oily, sleek kind of character. Obviously, he's not trustworthy. He lies a lot. He's got some tics. And he's very flamboyant in his gestures. He's very broad. So I find it's much easier for me to get down some gesture drawings with those really loose sketch lines that I just threw down. And now I'm going to tie those down and give you a really nice, evocative looking sketch. All right, so Jafar's going to be looking down on somebody here. So we're going to, let's see, let's throw in his nose first. I find it's easiest to kind of dive into the nose, and from there, figure out the rest of the face. If I need to come down a little further with the mouth and the jaw, I can. Okay. So, this line will also be used for one of his eyebrows. The other eyebrow will be up here like this, but let's tie in the eyes first. So we got one eye shape in like this, and the other eye shape, and I draw it in really loosely here because sometimes those eye shapes don't go in perfectly the first time. But actually this one's looking alright. So he's going to be looking down. So the eyelids will also come down. Remember I said he's rather flamboyant. Well, he's also got these really, really thick eyelashes that go into a dark outline on the bottom of his eyelid. Okay, actually that's not. There we are. All right. All right, looking very condescending, which is perfect. All right, so the eyebrow, the other eyebrow, nice and thick at the top of the arch. And then I'm gonna have the turban coming in like that, but I've got the jewel right here, just like so. It's two-toned, so the darker part will be down here. There's a highlight up there. And he has that big plume right up here. Just a single feather. Just like that. I'm gonna give it some feather lines in there, but don't go crazy. And he has this design on his turban. And it's just this really stylistic, swoopy, yellow swooped line, just like that. All right. Now, finish the turban line just like this. And I will come down with the veil. Is it a veil? I don't know if it's a veil. Just like that. Nice and light though, because I'm going to erase some of the line when I put in his mouth. Alright, so his mouth is a little dip here. And it comes out like that. He has a very thin mustache above it. Just like so. And now I'm going to come back up here, give him his high cheekbones here. And I'm going to come out of his mouth. There you go. There's his chin. And just a thicker outline for the bottom here. It starts off really thin up here, gets a little thicker when you get down to the chin. And then I'm going to give him that swirly, twirly bottom of his beard here. It looks like a swirl of smoke. Just like that. So we'll continue in now with that shape in like that. So now, let's tie down some of this shape here. I'm actually going to pull those shoulders down a little bit and see what I can do with the, and everything needs to come down a little bit. Got a little too, that's okay. That's why I draw lightly. All right, so let's throw in the hand first before I go further at all. So the hand is very thin. His fingers are very gnarly looking. Okay, let's see. Sometimes I take for granted that I've got the model sheet in front of me and I go a little further than I need to before I'm ready. Okay, let's throw in that thumb. And let's see. I've done a genie tutorial a little while back, and in the genie tutorial I talked about the designs and the aesthetic for the film. All of these characters are designed with a couple things in mind. We've got Al Hirschfeld, who was a New York Times cartoonist, would do all of these really cool minimalistic caricatures of celebrities and political figures. And it was the economy of lines that they were going for. So the first animator who was cast into this film was Eric Goldberg, who designed and animated the genie. He was a big fan of Al Hirschfeld and found a way to incorporate that style, while at the same time he would design the characters so that they kind of looked like Arabic lettering. So then once he came up with the look and the aesthetic to the film, the other animators had to design their characters so that they looked like they belonged in the same world. So if you take a look at Jafar's chin, his beard, you'll see that it's really, really smoky looking. It just kind of swirls around. That is to look a lot like the genie's swirls in his tail. So now that I've got the arm kind of in there, right? Now I can throw in the shoulder and his torso line. That's much better. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Andreas Deja is one of my animation heroes. You know, Little League players have their baseball heroes. My heroes were the animators at Disney and the old Warner Brothers directors. Those guys were amazing. Funny enough, Andreas Deja is one of the last of the major animators that I have yet to meet. I'm coming for you, Andreas.
Well, now he's going to hire security.
Okay, so we've got the drapery that goes around his head. It just drapes off of there like so. Now that I've moved everything, I've got to figure this out too. Let's shoulder. Okay, ready, and yeah, that's good actually. Let's see. He's going to have a fist wrapped tightly around that snake staff. Well, if the knuckles are faced this way, I've got to face the staff that way too. Okay. All right, so the snake staff head comes up like this. Like that. All right, and the cobra hood go out like that. Cool. All right, so let's throw some detail in that right now. Just like that. And like this and like that. You know, if I didn't have the camera on, I'd still be talking to myself with this guy.
That sounded like a cry for help.
It wasn't. Okay, so now let's throw in the fingers to that hand. Let's see, halfway here. All right. Like I said, he has very long, very thin fingers here. And the thinner the finger is, the more you want to push the bone shape in the finger. And they did that beautifully in Jafar's hands. Let's see. Yep, wrap it around. And that really bony thumb, just like so. All right, now you can throw in that really, really puffy sleeve. If the sleeve comes in here, I want to make sure that it comes in here. So, swoop it like this, and like this. All right. And now, let's beef up his torso just a little bit. He's very thin, but he's not as thin as I originally sketched it. All right. Let's see if we're down here like this. Yeah. I'll give him those wrappings here like so. And let's go for it on this shoulder. Now, unlike this shoulder, you see just this one piece here. We're going to have to show the inside of this sleeve. So we're going to sketch that in like that. It's the inside of the sleeve, so we're going to draw it in like so. Perfect. It's a lot of lines to this guy, right? Can you imagine having to draw this character? 24 drawings for every second of animation. No, I've never met Andreas myself. I know people that do know him personally, and they say that he is a terrific guy to work with. I will never know. They closed off the traditional animation department from Disney. One of Michael Eisner's last gifts to us before he retired. Yeah, thanks, Mike. It's funny, he did so much great work for the company before he just lost interest in it.
Rant over.
Guys, if you like drawing with me, please give this video a thumbs up. If you would like to draw more Disney villains, I've got some right here for you. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and until the next video, we'll see you later.